everyone. Good day to you, everyone. Okay. Good day to you, everyone.
Yes,
I
I
want
can
to
hear
believe
you.
I'm audible enough, right? Paul, you're welcome. Felicity, you're welcome. I hope I got those names right. And I want to believe I'm audible enough. So, thank you, everyone, for joining today's session. The time is of essence, so I'll just love to go straight into it. My name is Oluwatosin, and today, I'll be taking us through branding and content creation as a music artist. And I want to believe we have those in the music business here with me right now, right? So in case you're not a music artist, you might be a promoter, you might be maybe a stylist, you might be maybe a publicist or an artist manager, yeah, and how we're all expected to have an understanding of branding and content creation. This will help us move the brand, the music business. It helps us move in a swift and clear manner. Right? So quickly, what does branding mean to you? If we are taking branding, if we are talking about branding in its full sense, what exactly does it mean to you? Because of the time, I'll just go straight into what I have here. So branding is how you want your audience to see you and how you want to promote yourself. It's the personality, skill set, and the values you want others to attribute to your name whenever they hear about it. So if you discover that I have it here, that brand ing, that ing means it's continuous. It's not a one-time thing. It's not a thing that you do. Branding is not what you do before starting your music career. Branding is not what you do during your music career. It's not what you do when you want to release a new project, or it's not what you do when you're thinking of releasing a new single, right? It's not what you do when you're thinking of introducing yourself to the industry. Branding is what you do continuously. It's you must just continue to uh to paint yourself in that limelight, right? So branding is how you want your audience to see you. I'm sure we have artists from Nigeria, we have artists from Ghana, we have people from the UK on this call right now, right? So I believe when I'm talking about branding, when we are talking about the music space, I'm sure there are quite a number of brands that might be coming to your mind right now. So I also have it here that branding is the process of identifying yourself in the market. Right. So what do you want people to know you for? When we talk about Jay-Z, people know him for. When we talk about Don Jazzy from Nigeria, Dr. Don, people know him for a particular thing. When you talk about Mercy Chinwo, when you talk about what we call Ashake, and quite a number of other, including the gospel artists also, Donny McCloskey, Dietrich Hagen, Tim Godfrey. We know them for specific things, right? So that is basically what branding is and how we express that in or across all our content, across all your platforms, across on all your communications material. And also branding is the personality or the skill set or the value that you want others to attribute to your name when they hear about you. So branding is the process of commercializing your unique selling point. So what is your unique selling point? Are you in your visual, in your strategy, in your planning, right? How are you projecting your unique selling point? So when they think of you, when anyone thinks of you and they mention your name, Paul, when they mention Felicity, I don't know if we are artists on this call, right? I want you to drop maybe your stage name so I can familiarize myself with your stage name, right? When I talk about Paul or when I talk about Streams Africa, I know that okay, Streams Africa color is blue and their logo kind of have this music clip, right, in their logo. When I talk about Apple, when we talk about Apple, right, the Apple is known for a specific thing, right? So when you make mention of some brands out there, they are known for this specific and unique selling point. What is your own unique selling point? That is what branding is basically about. Right? So until you discover what your unique selling point is, right, you will be able to express this in your publicity material, in your content, in your music as an artist, right? It's branding also helps you express your unique self, right? So if we are talking about branding, right, and most people, if you think branding is only about how do I put this now? If we think by branding is only about what your song is all about. I know I've interacted with quite a number of artists, and we've talked about branding and content creation, and what most artists actually think is branding is all about how I write my music. Yeah, good, that's fine. It's part of branding, right? The way you tell your story in writing is part of branding, right? But it is not branding in itself. Is one of the elements of expressing your branding. So branding is also not in your color only. It's not in your graphics, the quality of your graphics. Branding is not only in what you wear and all that. Branding is encompassing, right? So I must be able to attribute something with you. Some people, you attribute excellence with them. Some people, as an artist, you attribute their music tone with them. To some people, right, in branding as an artist, yeah, what you see, okay, for messaging role, one of the most visible branding elements for messaging role is a beret, right? So it's one of the things for Judy K in Nigeria. One of the things that you see and you recognize about Judy K is our glasses, our shades. Right, so these are some of the things that we put together when we're talking about branding. Right, I want to say branding is not what we talk about in just 2 minutes, right? But it's important. Branding is important, and I want you to just look through what is on your screen right now. It is the personality. So, what personality do you want to be attributed with you as an artist? What personality do you want to be attributed with you as an artist? What skill sets or what are your values? What do people know you for? And that is why storytelling is important. Storytelling is very, very important. I'm sure anyone that wants to talk to you about promotion or wants to talk to you about engaging your fan base on the digital space, engaging your fan base with your music, with your content, with correct visuals, they will surely touch points on storytelling. So storytelling and branding helps you establish trust, trust. It also helps you capture attention, right? When you see, there's a reason a lot of people buy Apple products. The importance of brand, it helps people connect with you on a personal level. And that is why storytelling and all that is also very important as an artist, right? So bringing who you are, most times we get to think about some artists, and you discover that quite a number of their audience are able to interact with them on a personal level, right? Because they have been able to cast their vision and their mission properly, that has included and has projected their passion and their story onto their fan base. So branding helps you on a personal level connect with your audience. So as an artist, as an A&R, as a promoter, as a music business executive, one of the things that you must first touch point on is branding for your artist, for your clients, or for whoever is coming to you. You know, most times we as a promoter, right, in the company at 247 Gospel Vibes, which is a company I've been privileged to have run in the last 10 years, right? And one of the things that we get to tell artists is, okay, so you want to promote your song, and you want the world, you want to build your fan base, you want to throw the noise, you want to be the next Kanye West, you want to be the next John Jazzy, you want to be the next Mercy Chinwo or Detrick Arden or Tim Godfrey of your time. That I've said it before, it's part of your life as an artist or as an A&R or whoever you are on this call right now. So I've talked about one of the purpose of branding, which is it helps you establish trust, right? It also helps you capture the attention of your audience. And I also want to tell you right now that branding doesn't have to be so elaborate, because most times when we talk about branding, people see branding as an elaborate thing. And yeah, of course, it might cost you thousands, it might cost you millions, it might cost you just 0 naira. It might even be done for free, right? But then it must be done before you what do I call it now? Before you launch into the industry. Like, so what's the quality of the music you're dishing out? I can I can I can I can talk about your brand, the quality of your brand, when I listen to the music you dish out, when I listen to the producers that is why A&Rs are so much important. A&R are so much important because they vet the quality of content you are dishing out as an artist. And one of the if you are working as an independent artist and you are not signed under a record label that has all these people on their pay rate. Yeah, it's payroll rather. If you are working as an artist, as an independent artist and not a record label has all these people on their payroll, and it's easier to just navigate from. It's easier to navigate. Can Felicity please mute herself? Thank you. Okay, thank you. I get distracted easily. So what was I saying? Okay, so I was talking about the record label structure, right? If you are working as an independent artist, right? Most independent artists they don't have this structure, and that is why getting signed on a record label is so much important, and it helps not only financially, right? It helps you as an artist. It helps you as an artist make sure that you actually pass through the process and you tick all the boxes, right? When it comes to branding, when it comes to promotion, when it comes to working with A&R, when it comes to working with promoters and all that. So branding is so much important, right? So you know, so and one of the importance of promotion is that it it helps you build so much awareness, right? And it helps you capture so much attention. It helps you build so much awareness and helps you capture so much attention that on a long run is linked back to your branding, right? So many people, that's why I talked about Apple and Techno, right? So many people would love to go for the best. Nigerians or Ghanaians, right now, we want to go for the best. Humans want to go for the best. We are always looking for the best. And if you are not dishing out the best, and in this way, I would love to go into from that, I'll be going into promotion and content creation, because there's no how we'll talk about content creation, I will not talk about promotion, right? So as an artist that you are, as an artist on this call, or you'll be listening to the recorded video, right? As an artist, right? Promotion is any activity geared towards raising awareness for a product or service or content. And there's no how we talk about branding. I will not talk about promotion. I will not talk about the content creation. So okay. So the listening to music, our listeners has evolved, right? Our listening to music has changed. Music listeners and all that have evolved from the days of phonograph to gramophone. There was I've not been born. CD players, okay, so we have CD players, and so some of us here might be able to interact more with CD players and the cassette, right? So how have they been able to evolve? How have they been able to evolve? That's why I said branding is not a one-time thing, it's a continuous thing. And branding helps you evolve when you understand who your listeners are, you understand who your target audience are. It helps you evolve, and it helps you metamorphose into and understand what your audience wants at that particular time, at that particular moment, or at that particular dispensation. So the type of music that okay, there was a time Asha, we know Asha, Mr. J, they're calling me a prisoner and all that. There was a time she released those set of songs. But if you listen to her most recent album, she had new artists featured, and they infused amapiano into the music. Yeah, you see that, you discover that our branding has evolved, right? That is why I have it here that there was a time that we have cassette players, CD players, and all that. But now we have cassette tapes, but we don't have that right now. Everyone has evolved into digital streaming. It's a smart generation. You have evolved into digital streaming, digital stores, Boomplay, Apple Music, and all that. So if all content you are producing are not available on the digital platforms where your artists your listeners can actually listen to you and get content. Thank God for Streams Africa, right? Thank God for Streams Africa, the organizers of this conference. That's why it's one of the so much important thing in this dispensation. As you are producing that content, you must make sure that you understand who your target audience are. Are your target audience on digital platforms at this age? Yes, they are. Do they want to have CDs, CD player, cassette tapes, and all that? No, they are not interested in that. It's a smart generation. And that's why I said your branding must evolve. your branding must evolve. There was a time that you produce songs and we package in CDs and you sell on streets and all that. But these days, if you are selling on street, if 80% of your marketing is street marketing, CD players, DJ mix, and all that, then your branding have not evolved. You understand? That's why I said branding is continuous. It's continuous. So you have to understand who your target audience are and how listeners are listening to your songs. So okay, I can see that we have 5 minutes left on this call.
Yes. So
I see that we have 5 minutes. Should we just
yeah,
so
I
can we
think
just you said what?
so I think we can end it and then join back again.
Okay, you want to end it now?
Yes, and join back again.
All right, let's do that.
Okay. Okay, so guys, we are ending it so that we can join back. Felicity and Eben.
No problem, sir.